Hello, 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 and hello. All right. Today, tonight rather, I have some great cards for the children. I know you may have seen these cards. You could pick them up at the Dollar Tree. You can sometimes pick them up at a 99-cent store or a children's store or one of the children clothing store that sells toys or sell learning things for the children. Um, I love kids. I give fun gifts out, playing gifts and like when you grew up and stuff like that, all kind of toys. Some of the toys don't really teach you anything, but I think you can make a lesson out of almost any toy. But in this case, I wanted to show you all the cards that I have. I'm gonna show you them. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to take some of them out. I try to take them all out, but I bought about one, two, three, four, about 5 packs of these different ones. And this one here is Minnie Mouse, and this one is Colors and Shapes. It is very important. A lot of times, children can learn early. It's good to teach them early. I remember even before I went to school, my sister Dees was teaching me how to spell my name, and my brother Mark was teaching Shelton how to spell his name. I might have mentioned this in one of my videos before. I mean, sometimes when you have older brothers and sisters, sometimes when the parents will teach you, but also the siblings jump in and teach you or have to help you with your homework and stuff like that, or see what you know. And some back then you had Julia's. I think it was Julia Fun School, and it was I forgot the Playhouse or I forgot, and the New Zoom Review and Electric Company, and what was the other Electric Company I had loved all of them. Hey, you guys, Electric Company, and with Big Bird and Ernie, and it was just a whole lot of different ways to learn. But the cards are interesting because they have pictures and shapes and colors. Children love games. Children love to learn if you can make it interesting and fun. Sometimes that teacher you had, I'd never forget my teacher. Miss Strickland was good. Oh, but Mr. Banker, my fifth grade teacher, he was excellent. He made learning fun because he made you write and do compositions, and the compositions he start you off and you had to finish it. So let's get these cards going and open. And sometimes that's all it takes. That grandmother, that parent, that tutor, that learning person, just to get things started for the children. You know what I mean? The kids look forward to that. I know when they had circle time in my job and I was the social worker for that particular classroom, I always went in while the teacher had to use the ladies' room or the men's room, or if they had to go to lunch or they were out sick, and until the substitute came, you jumped in there and had to do things. So thank God I had some experience with doing circle time and stuff like that. And I took Montessori. I loved Montessori, and I graduated with that too. And so much stuff. Now, this is a square, and this is Daisy. I almost forgot who she was. You know what I mean? So Mickey Mouse and all of his friends. So they got the colors and the shapes. They got circles. They got squares. All right, squares and circles in different colors. See, this is the deck of cards, the back of the deck of the cards, and then you have the front of the deck of the cards. So while you're trying to learn the color and the shape, you actually see how the word is spelled out as well. So as the child grows, and as the child keep looking, they'll notice more than one thing. They'll see the letters, they will see the colors, even the colors that she's wearing or anybody in there is wearing. After a while they start to learn colors and they notice every color that's associated with that color. How about that? Mm-mm-mm. I love that they got the brown, they got the square, they got the rectangle. All right, and they got the different animals. So they're not only learning all of that, they're learning the animal. And if they know the character, they'll learn the character and the character's name. That just makes them to learn more vocabulary when they're doing these kind of things. These cards you can also match too. So they don't only learn all of that, they learn how to match the same card that looks like this card with another card. So that helped them to learn and have memory too. You know what I mean? So you could play this all kind of ways. There's the star in here. There's a heart in here. You have the rhombus. I thought it was a what do you call that? A diamond, but it's shaped that way. And then you got the octagon and everything. So they got it all in here. So I got a couple of more deck of cards to go. I don't want to bore you, but I don't think this is boring because this is something uh, a grandparent, a godparent, an auntie, and uncle can do with the children, you know. And they don't even know sometimes that they're learning because they're very young and they're new to it. So, the parents are the first teachers anyway before they ever get to the school or to the daycare or to the babysitter or whoever they get to. They get to the parents first. I don't know if I'll be able to sit this back up here neatly. The next one, I love Winnie the Pooh too. So the Disney, I got Disney cards. I got more than one Disney cards in the type, and this one is the Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh, and Tigger and Piglet and all of them, And that's another thing. They'll get to know characters, and these are also the characters that play movies and stuff that you may have taken the children to see. So they feel real excited you bought something that they may have saw in the movie or the character it associates with something while they're trying to learn. So I say, oh yeah, I know him. Like they know Superman and Spider-Man, Catwoman. They know them all, They know Dora. You know what I mean? They know basically almost all of those, and they learn fast. And so you make it fun. I used to make things as a song or a game, and the kids love that. What? I want to play, I'm like, yeah, you want to play? I know I got you now. You want to play. So let's see here. Now, this one, I didn't even read that part. Sorry about that. And this says Winnie the Pooh Goes Together game. So that means they're matching and they're different. See, this is how this thing looked. So remember, this was very cost effective. You know what I mean? Very cheap. You know what I mean? Very easy and good to buy. And I got greedy. I was going for something else. I think some candy corn or something like that because I love candy corn. And I said, "Whoa, cards!" So I said that I'm going to do a demonstration with the cards, and maybe I'll even give them away. But if I don't, because I got nieces, nephews, and great nieces and nephews, so I always like that when I visit them or they visit me, I love to start to do something different or new or something that they don't have. I don't want everything to be computerized, even though that's good and that's nice, and it's the century we in. But sometimes I like to do something physical with them, something together, a one-on-one, or even a group of us. And sometimes I like to get the kids and the grown-ups involved, or just the kids. And sometimes I do the one-on-one thing or the group thing. You do it the way you want to do it. You know your family better than anybody. You know that kid, that child, that wonderful young person, little person. You know them all. So these are some of the cards here. They all come with instructions too. So you can make up your own thing or you can use whatever they're saying to you by matching cards and stuff like that. So they're learning pictures and they're being visual too and they're touching, you know what I mean, sensory. They're touching and they're looking and you know, and they're picking it up and they're putting them down and whatever they're doing, they're putting them together. So you got this one, you got that one. So they'll learn about soap, combing their hair. This is a comb. And see, the different pictures can match up into one big picture. It's not just me and brush and comb and soap. It have where it creates a whole big picture when you turn them over. Because I was wondering why it was separated, like you just see legs here, but the top of that, and sometimes it'll come into one picture. So the kids are like that. That'd be like a puzzle for them to see. There's something else what you can add. So not just cards or just not reading or visualizing or looking. It's recognizing words, recognizing what it is. A brush, a comb. This is a brush. And you see the little boy, it's to brush his hair. You got a shovel, okay? Shovel and dirt. And then you see the bunny with the shovel. I think that's Thumper. You got dirt. Yep, that looks like him. You got umbrella. So they'll learn what it is and then what it's for. And this is rain. You need umbrella if it's raining. Okay. You got your hammer and you got your nail in the woods. And you got a tree. So they learn about stuff indoors and outdoors and everyday things at the same time. Everything that they see every day on the way to school, on the way home, on the way to a friend's house, on the way to a play date, on their way to a faith base or church or a nice little event with the parent or the family or the siblings. Apples. I love apples. Since I'm having issues with my mouth, you gotta really bite from the side or cut it up. I love the juice too. There's broom. So you get the gist of it. In the dustpan, the wonderful, wonderful deck of cards. Did I dropped that? Yes, I did. So Lisa Baxter will pick it up. I need my germophobic self. How about that? Okay, let me see. Can I move a little better or faster? I don't want nothing hitting the floor or anything of that nature. Okay, now these are the other three that I have. I really like to go through all of them if possible, but at least that you'll know what they are and who they are. Get a little closer. All right. And then you got little explanation on the back as to what kind of cards or what you can do with the cards. A lot of time inside the card is a plain card inside that gives you instruction and direction better than just the outside, but the outside will explain. So let's see who is next. Dr. Seuss. Oh boy, do I love Dr. Seuss. The Cat in the Hat. Come on now. Green eggs and ham. Sam, I am, I am, I am, I am. I love that Dr. Seuss. I always have. And I'm 61 years old. I love him, love him, love him. You know what I mean? I like the way he talked and how he rhymed and riddled and things like that. I love the Christmas thing, the Grinch Stole Christmas. I love it. You know what I mean? You got to let the children make memories and have fun. And I tell you, the cards, I think, would really help them because it would show them, different things you've done with them that could be unforgettable. And you know how his characters are. They look so funny. It'll make you might want to learn because you start to laugh when you see them, the way they're dressed and the way they look. And you got your big A and your small A, and then you have alligator. So they'll tell you if it's a short sound or a long sound or things like that. You know what I mean? Then it was and then it was a. You remember that from back in the day. Some of us, some of you. You know what I'm saying? So then you got B, right? You got big B and small b, capital B, small b, uppercase, lowercase. They call so many things now. Right? And then you got a picture of a B. So you got your spelling, you got your picture, and you got the letter, and you learn the sound. And it'll be unforgettable sounds. You got your C, and then and cat, camel, camel. Yep. He going about his business about that. And you got your D, and you got donuts. How many of you out there like donuts? With some hot chocolate, coffee, or with tea, or a glass of milk, or by itself, or maybe even water. So these are those. So you're teaching them letters, so they'll know how the letters look when they're big and when they're small, and how they sound and what kind of words that can be formed by the letter, whether it's the front of the letter rather, because they're using just the front. So if it's E, the word will start with an E. All right? Isn't that good? When they talk about short vowels as well, okay, like cup, for your U, that's a short vowel, you know. And then you got long vowel for the word in the blue. I guess the U sound, the ooh, you sound. you know, and the kids, after a while, you hear them making the sounds and the letters and forming words and more words, and their vocabulary will go up, you know. And sometimes after a while, you gave them a deck of cards, their own cards, they will be able to do it without you or have their own, and then maybe do form a whole different game or thought than you wanted to do, you know. So that's another way. Okay, I don't want nothing to fall over because one of them I didn't put back in the box. I don't want to avalanche on Geronimo. This one is another Winnie the Pooh, and it's called First Words. Children, your vocabulary grow as it go on. You know how they my, you know, da, saying little things. And it'd be little words and shorter words and something. You know what they're saying because they sometimes they'll just point, say part of the word or half of the word, or you ever get the one that says no. Understood the no part. You didn't know about that, but they was talking about something. So sometimes the more you listen in, or the more interested you are, or more interested you appear to be, the child will talk more, or say more, or want to say more, or show you more. So, see, you got the picture again. Let me pull this out. Aha. Okay, I got them all out. Sometimes some of them be stuck in there. Uh, they doing a lot of fun stuff. Kids love fun. Look how they swinging on the tire. You know, I remember that was, people did it in the country. People sometimes did it from their homes and from the islands or somewhere. And even we'll maybe have tried that here. But I don't know about lately. I don't know the last time I seen anybody on a tire. But I like this. Okay? And the word is fun. And you see him having fun. I forgot his name. I usually know all that little stuff because I like cartoons and cartoon characters. So they're learning words. Fun. So you saying that word fun. What does fun mean? And when the child see that the person in the picture is smiling and they're doing something, and you while you're saying it, oh, they're having fun. Child might not know what fun means, but by the picture and by your expression and the expression that they see, well, sure, it must be a good thing because there's no crying, no hurt, nothing like that. So it'll build and it'll grow. And a tree, they'll find out what's in a tree. A bird is in the tree. You know what I mean? Squirrels is in the tree. They build a home in the tree. But it starts out not they don't know everything all at once, but it'll grow more and more because as they walk outside, as they're playing outside or in the park, wherever you take them, the playground, whatever, or to amusement park, by driving or on a bus or on a well, you won't see no tree on a plane. It ain't up all that far up, but you know what I mean. They will see these things. That was like when I learned how to drive. When I learned how to drive, I start seeing what the driver's supposed to do and mistakes and seeing things that other drivers doing and not doing or what the book said or what the instructor told me or the driving instructor told me. You know, you never saw that or thought about it before until somebody brought you the knowledge. So you bringing the knowledge to this baby, and the baby gonna want to talk about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes we busy and sometimes we tired, but put a little time in with them. I know you already did, but if you haven't, or just you have, put a little more, or do what you can. You know, I think this is a nice gift, a nice present, or a nice thing just to do with them. As much as you can. Everybody have their way of teaching. See, that was two because there's tree again. So that means they're matching, they're putting together, and the picture and everything. I know you get this. I don't know why I'm taking so long telling it to you. But garden. So they'll learn to respect outside. I couldn't believe that when I had worked in the school and stuff. The kids adopted a tree and they adopted a garbage can, and they learned that, and they learned how what was that? I think we had a moth, a butterfly, something, and in the cocoon, and we watched it, go into the cocoon, change, and then it was we were like, what? But those are the things because that was called science the way I worked. We had did the Montessori curriculum, and then we had something else. I think it was the Sparks program. We had so much stuff going on with and for the children. This stuff is important. to make things better and interesting, even when you're telling a story, even when you having them tell a story. The kids love to tell a story, or even read a book to you. Even if they can't read, let them read the book to you. Oh, you know that book? Yeah, read the book for me. And they'll start telling you they'll tell you either through the pictures, they'll even tell you from memory from hearing you say it so much, or where whoever read this story to them, maybe it's a favorite story, or they the story they know by heart. But go on, let them do it. Let them turn them pages. Let them talk to you. Let them hold it up and show you, because that's how they learned in school. And then that's maybe how they learned with you. Mama, grandmama, auntie, uncle, titi, abuela. That's how they learned with you. My love, my friend, my buddy. They learned with you. Okay? And that's a good thing. See, that's $1.25. What do you find for $1.25? That's why I think I bought so many, but I wanted all of them. You know what I mean? And I had more than that. And I'm like, listen, you don't have no children. But I interact with a lot of them. And I have taught a lot of them in different places. Youth prisons with ACS. Yep. The Department of Ed. Yep. The Head Start and the daycare programs. Many, many, many. This one is about numbers. Woo, who like numbers? Me. Remember you had to raise your hand? And everybody raised them at the same time. You're not supposed to talk while you're doing it, but you all. And I used to love when they used to say, we'll pick on you if you sit up straight, or you let your hand be on the desk and you try to keep your back straight and everything, trying to shut up. I talk too much. I was always in trouble for talking. So, you do all of that to try to, you try to participate to let the teacher know, I am listening. I heard you. I did learn that. I'm going to express it to you. I'm going to show you. And I remember when I had to wear glasses. Yeah, I'm still wearing them, but I was wondering why I couldn't see the board and all of that, because I always liked to sit in the front. I was excited about school. I like school. I still like school to this day. Sometimes I wish I could go back and get another degree. Thought about it. You know what I mean? I want to do some things that I always wanted to do that I didn't do. I might want to get a degree in something else and not just that. I love my acting and I want to do it more and cultivate the acting and the singing and the writing and producing. And I want to do it better. I want to do the films and stuff better and things like that. I know little things and stuff like that and a little bit about editing, but I want to do better in whatever way that I can. And so now I like this. Oh, that's Donald Duck. Remember Daffy Duck? I like Daffy too. Daffy, Donald. I love Bugs Bunny. I love them all. Popeye, yeah, all of them. Remember Woody Woodpecker? I used to do all of that for them. I used to even do the witch laugh for them. I'll get you, my pretty, and your dog too. Well, I want you to get these notes and these letters. See, that's the number 3. So they learn what the numbers look like. And after a while, they even notice the color of that and the color of what Donald is wearing. But right now, we're doing the numbers, and that's what they'll know. You turn it over, and if it's a little boy, maybe even a little girl, like boats, there's 3 boats on the picture. So the number 3, and there's the 3. And after a while, you even teach them 1, 2, 3. It's 3. And they begin, yes, 3. They start to see, they start to recognize, they start to love and get excited. Here's the number 4. And you got 4 somethings on the back. They look like owls. They look like chickens. I don't know. They got wings that remind me of a yellow bat. But who's to say? Sometimes the children have their own imagination and call it what they believe it to be. 5. 5 apples. If they was tomatoes, I would love that too. I used to like a bite of tomato like it was an apple. And here you go, 6. And here we go. Okay, 6 B's. You got Mickey and Minnie and Daffy and Pluto. 7. 7 bows. Okay, and you get it. And then you got 8 flowers. By them learning and seeing flowers, you never know what if they knew what a flower was or mean, depending on the age. So now they're recognizing things or knowing the name of a thing that they maybe never knew. So you bring in a lot of knowledge to them, and knowledge is power, right? So I wanted you to see the cards. They are great. See, you see a 16, you see a 9, you see the letter 10, the word 10, and you see 18. That looks like Goofy pushing something around there. I think back in the day we used to get Goofy and Pluto mixed up. Baseballs. Who knows that the kid that's into sports or the kid that like animals or flowers? I think that's Dale in them. Remember Dale? And there's two of them. They were bad too. I don't know what are they, squirrels or something. And that says two. And there's definitely two of them. And look at him catching the ball. Uh-huh. Mickey. And he caught that ball. It says one is one of him. There you go again, seeing one. So sometimes in the pictures too, you see the number on one side, the word how it's written on another side. So it's building numbers, it's building vocabularies, and it's building recognition. So I hope this helps you in some way. I hope it gives you an idea of who are you are working with. Sometimes even when the children are small and you read books to them or tell them stories, they don't forget it. I was telling stories to my great nephew. I call him Tip. All right, it's Caius, and I was telling stories to Peanut, who is John Mayer. And I was doing that while they was in the belly, and when they came out, did the same thing. When he was in the hospital, and I spent the night up the hospital, with the parents. I spoke to the baby all the time, talked to the baby, said things. They 5 now, but they know they great. I'm their great aunt, and they remembered that, and they still like stories and stuff, and they like talking and telling me about their day. That's how that builds things. You watching that? Oh, what was the picture about? You reading that? Oh, what was that about? Your teacher said that? Well, what did she say? You did this with your friends? Well, what happened? Even the most quietest child, you'll get to talk. Because I know was also a special needs coordinator where I had to get services for children that had speech delay or different issues and problems. And sometimes the parent didn't want to or didn't agree. And when they went to public school would call me back and say, why didn't you help them or why didn't you tell them? And I have things in writing and stuff that I tried or I pushed or I encouraged because you can't make anybody do anything. And sometimes I guess it upset them or hurt them. But the children won't be labeled if they have that issue when they're small, you know what I mean? Inside of a place like that, you're getting early intervention where they come to your house, or you getting services while they're in daycare. So when they get to public school, sometimes they don't need the services and sometimes they do. And then some of them may need it all the time or for a long period of time. I won't say all the time, but they just need them to get them where they have to be in life. You know what I mean? To help them their milestones and stuff. And everybody do not learn the same, and everybody don't learn at the same speed. So that doesn't mean any bad thing, or because some people kids feel bad or feel upset or been called names or feelings have been hurt. Encourage them to learn and celebrate every accomplishment, a big one or a small one, or whatever that's important to them. Because sometimes it didn't seem like much to you, but to them, I made this. What? Whoa. No. When I say that, you should see their face light up. I almost want to cry because the excitement and the joy just to tell me they made something. And no matter what it was or how it looked, and they really was holding on to it, good precious to them. Respect that. Even as a child need love and respect. You're probably already doing it, but this is for the ones who don't or maybe forgotten or never did or just need a little nudge or reminder. And that's it. Okay. Much love, many blessings. Keep learning, keep the mind going and activated and stimulated. Stimulate the mind. You know what stimulates your mind, and you know what stimulates that child mind. So stimulate. Get the stimulating going. Use your cards and the other tools and whatever you think is good. And my job, we used to use puppets and stuff too. You got to use anything that will work and that's effective. And I know you're the effective one. You are the tool. And thank you for being that great tool to that special little person in your life. This is Lisa Baxter. Thank you for spending time with Miss Lisa, Mrs. Baxter, or Aunt Lisa. Okay? The social worker, the educator, the health campaign manager, the actress, the helper. Just Lisa. Keep up the great work. Thanks, teachers. You rock. Bye. I love school, certainly in everything, yes.